Okay, so here we go. We're going to make a bow. I have a piece of twine, a bunch of ribbons already cut. I cut everything already to save time, and I heat sealed the ends of all the spikes. I'm going to make a pair of bows, like for piggy tails. So I cut everything ahead of time so that it would all be the same size once I have two bows. I didn't want to do it separate because if I build one bow and then go to build the second one, I won't know how big to make everything. So these are the spikes for one bow, spikes for the other bow. Bow piece. I don't know if you can see these. We've got, these are bow pieces. We want to do one long one, about 2 inches shorter, about 2 inches shorter than that. This is going to be 4 pieces, so there's another 2 inches. So these are all the bow pieces. So I'm going to set 1/2 of everything aside because we're not going to do both bows on the video. It'll take too long. So, first thing you want to do is get your empty spool tool, get your big needle, your piece of twine. I'm going to just kind of thread this, sorry. Okay, so then you want to tie your end. I usually tie it 3 times, but sometimes it gets really hard to pull through. I'm just going to do it twice on this one. Now have your hot glue gun ready because especially when you're using little thin ribbon like this, sometimes you don't catch it all on the needle, so you need to be able to glue these little pieces down that you missed. I'm going to start with this one. Put it on here first. And this time I'm actually going to glue these in place because I want them to stay right where I put them. So I'm just putting a little teeny tiny dot just to hold that so it doesn't twist around. And this one, I'm actually going to make that one wider. And I'll put it right there. So then I'm just going to, and you should only have to glue one, and then I'm going to glue this one to this one. And just use a little teeny tiny dot because you don't want glue to be bulking up your ribbon. I'm actually going to put these ones in because they're going to be the third. Well, I might have messed that up, the order, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put those on there. And then these right here. I'm going to glue this one down too because I want it to stay right where I have it. I don't have a lot of glue on that, but that's okay. So you should only have to glue 1/2 of everything. And there's those. Then you get this, you just do your basic boutique fold that you can get other people's YouTube videos of. Do this little figure 8, which meet it right there, meet it right there. And just hold it, I grab it like that, make sure I have the center of it. Grab it like that, make sure I have the center of it. And then flip it over and push it onto your needle.
Mommy, I need another cupcake that I want to take one that has sprinkles. Can you take one that has sprinkles? Thank you.
Riley wants another cupcake because he wants one that has sprinkles. Like it's going to taste any different. He's just trying to do it while I'm doing this so that I say yes. Ow. I poked myself. I thought it was going to be hot. I'm so used to burning myself. Now this is the one that, when you're using this little thin ribbon, sometimes it comes off. It doesn't really hold very well on the little needle. So I like to glue it to make sure that I have it all hooked in and that no, I'm not going to get any, I like to call them flyaways because sometimes one of your pieces of that red will come off. And now I'm not too worried about how it's going to look right there because I'm going to have a big knot in the center of this bow. So you won't see that glue right there. And then before that glue sets, you want to just kind of make sure your needle is not glued down because sometimes it's hard to free up the needle. I'm just making another one. I hope that the camera is facing the right spot. And we're just doing the same thing, boutique fold. Make sure you have the centers of it. And one more. Okay, so now we've got the bow made. This is where your pliers come in handy. You should have some pliers handy too, because it's really hard to pull that through. And you're going to pull the needle through, but try to keep your bow pressed down to your cardboard. And by sticking that right back in there, you're going to help to keep your bow in place. Now, the pliers, see that little hole that allows you to adjust your pliers? It helps a lot to push this down. Because see, sometimes it's really hard to get it to go back through. I have 4 pieces here, so it's really hard for it to go in there. I just made the whole thing tip over. Oh, and this one's ripping. There it goes. It's there. No, I made my bow thing like all knocked down. See, I guess you could probably do this with a thinner needle if you wanted to, but I like this one because it's so big. I'm talking my video.
You'd probably break it.
I'm talking my video. It's videoing right now. So then you have your little bow. You've got your needle. This is the part I was going to show you too, Mom. So now you've got 2 strings right here. And I always wrap it around first before I try to tie it tight. Wrap it around and then wrap it back to the back. Get it tied and ready to go. And then try to evenly just cinch it tight. Now that's going to give you like the gathered look. So you cinch it tight like that. Now all of this is hooked together with that needle in that first thread. So you don't have to worry about it like coming apart by just being tied. So you don't have to sew it, but you don't have to, I mean, you're not just tying it. You actually did go through it all. So then you're going to cut this off. Cut that off right there. Actually, I'm going to cut those a little bit shorter. You're not going to need them for anything. And then when I do my center knots, I like to just tie a little piece of one of the ribbons that you were using. Make a little knot. Put a little dab of glue on the front. Put it on there. Pull it tight. I have no idea how other people do this, but this is just the way I found to be pretty easy. Put another dot of glue on here. It looks kind of messy right now, like there's glue everywhere, but once that glue dries, if you let the glue dry a second, you can peel off all your little glue stringies. I do not like little glue gun strings. Okay, and then you're going to have to get your mine are here there. You just, I like to just hook this in there like that. Put a little bit of glue on it. You missed it, Mom. You'll have to watch the video. Are you still taping? Smash that down. Yep. You want to have your YouTube debut too?
I want to tell you something.